Hello and good morning, everyone. It's mid-spring, and boy, am I excited. It's a brand new, beautiful day, and we're getting our beautiful 1050 delivered today, our Fendt 1050, and I have an additional surprise to show you, something that I didn't even expect after we last parted ways. We have saved a significant amount of money on implements, and I'll explain that later, but we decided to buy this used Fendt 900 series tractor. We got it off a gentleman who really needed to let it go, and although we didn't take advantage of him, we did get it for an excellent price. And it's really nifty. Like it a lot, and this is going to be great for Alfie because he'll be able to have enough horsepower to help me get done whatever we need to get done. And from the same gentleman, we also got this old sprayer. Now, he just got done redoing this about a month ago. He kind of, spiffed it up and painted it. But it's a great addition to the farm. We're not going to be using it that often, though. The reason being is, here's my little Massey Ferguson solid sprayer there. We still got that. But we're going to be getting into manure treatment of the fields. Let me just jump in here. I had my truck in the shop. I took the roll bars off of it. I don't be needing those. They cost a bit more money in gas to have all that weight. But the reason why we're going to be getting into manure is when I filled up that old sprayer, that cost me 3,324 pounds, which is 1 pound 29 per liter. For that's only for 2,500 liters. Now, we used 70,000 liters of manure thus far, and purchasing the manure from the supplier in town still only cost me $1,665 pounds, and that's about 2.3 pence per liter. That's a big difference from 1 pound 29 per liter. So we're really going to be getting into that. And we also went through the field sides here, and Alfie noticed something. He saw bits of stone wall within the hedges, and I had forgotten that grandfather kind of let the hedges overtake the entrances to a lot of these fields. So we cut through some of the hedges, and now we have additional entrances within our fenced-in area on the property, so we can get in and out of fields much quicker. So that's going to help a lot. But that was a lot of hard work. So we'll just go down to the yard here, have a look at things. I'll show you the implements we're going to be using today. We're going to be using a John Deere plow, and there is a Bednar Culti-Plow, and that's all set nice and clean, ready to go back to the dealer. We tried it, and although it does save you a step or two by having the 2-in-1 function, we found that if you're on the slightest of inclines, that piece of equipment will start to dramatically slide to the left or the right. So that really drags down the tractor, and it causes us extra time to have to go back and, fix what we, didn't get to with that. So there is another type of Culti plow that we're interested in trying, and it's by Horsch, and the dealer is going to send us down one sometime in the next couple of weeks to try out. And that is another Culti plow. So that's a 10 meter working with. The Bednar is an 8. So, but the Horsch model is got a lighter frame, and it just, we can go much faster with the tractor with it. So I'm looking forward to trying that. Park my truck here. I won't run it over and make a tin can out of it with our new tractor. I'm just so excited. I have to look and see if they're coming. So while I'm waiting for them, let's go ahead and I'll show you what I've got in store today, and we can try to wrangle open these old metal doors here. They don't get any lighter. So there's the Bednar, as I said, all folded up and ready to go. They can come whenever they have a convenience to come and pick that up. We won't be using that anymore. And then over here is the Conkerling cultivator, 14.5 meter in the blue. And then the John Deere plow, and that's this one here. And this is a 15 meter plow. So we'll give it a try today. It's flexible. It's got a nice big frame, so All right, so I'm going to wait for the driver to come, and I will be back at you in just a couple of minutes. So looking forward to this. So, these tractor motors were tuned by a good friend of mine, Mr. Eustace Pharmer, so I thought maybe today we wouldn't do as much talking, and we'd just do a little bit more listening and really enjoy the sound of these tractors. So I'll start by sending you off with Alfie for the manure run. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. Well, I mean, as much as anybody can enjoy watching somebody haul manure. So let's go ahead and let's get this beast down to the field and get to work. I'm looking forward to putting it through its paces. Just gingerly meander through here, making sure again not to turn my car into a soup can or take out the side of the silo. That would be an added expense that would really put a damper on our fun. We got it. All right. See, over here to the right, we kind of took down the fence so we can get into this field over here a bit easier. And we don't have to enter in off the street now. I mean, being that the yard is already enclosed in, I mean, this is, honest man's security. So, anybody that really wanted in, they can just jump over the fence and come on in and do what they want. But people around here are really good. They don't bother anything. So one thing we did before we got the tractors and the equipment is we went around and we measured, the entrances and the curves around the yard and made sure that, we can navigate things and not get stuck. At the end of field 2 where we're going now, we did widen that entrance a bit just so we can make those turns a bit easier. They were even a little tight for, the equipment that I had already. And under these pipes here, we definitely measured that to make sure we don't take those out. But yeah, so at the end of this field over here, we kind of just fanned out the wall a little bit more just so we can have that nice turning radius comfortably. Because knowing me, there will come a day that I would have taken that wall out. It's just inevitable. So I've reduced my chances. Really been meaning to find a use for that little stone house out here. Maybe can rent it out as a shop. All right, let's get this gate pulled open over here. Ooh, yes. The old pull and fling, it works every time. All right, so let's see if we can make this beast scream a little bit here without getting into an accident. So just up ahead over here, we're going to be taking a shortcut through our field. And we were granted permission to use this covered bridge over the river in the farmer's neighboring field. And we try to stay over to the corner a bit so we don't damage that much, but it was very gracious of him to let us do this. All right, so let's go ahead and get to work here. So guess what, guys? I spotted something in the trees over here as I was turning around with the plow. A little spot of red, and I think I might know what it is. I thought we'd just go ahead and climb through all this here and see what we got. Yep, just as I might have suspected. This is one of Grandfather's old tractors. It's a Kramer, and I can only surmise that he shoved it back here and forgot about it. He absolutely loved this tractor. But over the course of time, the farm has come in and out of hard times. And one of his things that he liked to do was he would dismantle things and hide things from the bank when they would come to assess the place to see what they can take. And so I think he probably didn't have the heart to take this apart. And plus, a lot of the nuts and bolts and screws are probably seized up. I know the manifold on this, the seal needs replacing, but, to even attempt to get at that, you'd break the screws off, and what a mess that would be now. But I would love to try to pull this out and get it started and see if we can use it for something on the farm, maybe to jockey around some grass for our future sheep or something. But this is going to be a project that's going to have to wait until we get a good head of our planting here. But man, do I look forward to this. Wow. It seems so small now. I remember when I was a kid riding on Grandfather's lap. It seems like such a big tractor. Enough faffing around. We're going to have to get back to work. Finish this up. Just doing the last bits here. And we can call this field plowed. Not done, but plowed. And Alfie will come back to the manure. So here's, on the way back here to the main farm, you can see some of the openings that we've discovered in the fields. So, like I said, this is really going to streamline things for us. And it's nice to kind of showcase those little stone wall elements there too. Why be hidden away in the hedge? All right. Coming into the home stretch here. I hope you don't mind, but it's always nice to have you along on the ride back home as well. This has been a real treat today. So like I said, I think the next time we get together, we'll have that horse culti plow. These are going to wind up more than likely going back to the salesperson. It was very nice of them to let us try it, but I just think they're too big and too expensive for our farm, and we really need to think more sensibly. And I guess it could be argued that, to this point, I haven't been all that sensible, but... All right, so I want to thank you very much for watching and tuning in, and I thought of an idea that I would do with you. In my Google Documents, I have made a field status/progress sheet. So everything is color-coded, and there's a picture of the field in there, and I will update that as I accomplish more work here on the farm, and you can click on that link, and you can go and check on that progress anytime you want. So I'm happy to share that with you, and I hope you enjoy it. So please let me know what you think down in the comments section. So until we meet again, my friends, please take great care of yourself, okay? And bye-bye for now.